Inside Rihanna's billion-dollar empire, how a Caribbean girl took over fashion, beauty and music, her way. What if I told you that one of the richest women in entertainment today didn't build her fortune from music tours or movie roles, but from lipstick, lingerie, and one revolutionary word, inclusion. She didn't wait for approval. She didn't play by the industry's rules. She rewrote them, with Fenty Inc. This is the story of Rihanna, the global superstar who turned Umbrella into an anthem, and then built a billion-dollar empire while the world wasn't looking. Let's step inside the mansions, runways, and boardrooms of a woman who went from pop star to beauty mogul billionaire on her own terms. The Fenty revolution that shook the beauty world. In 2017, Rihanna launched Fenty Beauty, and everything changed. Not just for her. For the entire industry. Her mission? Make makeup for every shade, not just the usual few. Her first launch featured 40 foundation shades, unheard of at the time. It wasn't just a product line. It was a cultural reset. Rihanna didn't ask permission. She gave millions of women the visibility they'd been denied for decades. And they responded, in the billions. Fenty Beauty made over $100 million in its first 40 days. And by 2021, the brand was valued at $2.8 billion. She wasn't just selling makeup. She was selling empowerment, and the world bought in. Savage X Fenty. When lingerie met liberation, while Victoria's Secret was losing relevance, Rihanna launched Savage X Fenty and made it a movement. Inclusive sizes. Real models. Unapologetic confidence. Her runway shows weren't just fashion events, they were cultural spectacles, A-list performers, viral moments, and a complete redefinition of what sexy looked like. From XS to 4XL, everyone was invited. And the result? Savage X Fenty hit a $1 billion valuation, turning Rihanna into a fashion disruptor almost overnight. She didn't just walk into the fashion world. She kicked the door down, in heels. Music launched her, but business made her a billionaire. Yes, Rihanna is one of the best-selling artists of all time. Yes, her discography defined an entire generation. But here's the twist, she hasn't released an album since 2016, and yet, her net worth kept rising. Why? Because she diversified. She mastered the pivot from music to mogul. Rihanna is now worth over $1.4 billion, and only a small slice of that comes from albums or concerts. She built an empire that works while she sleeps, a beauty and fashion machine powered by her image, vision, and unmatched cultural influence. Luxury real estate, private jets, and low-key opulence. Rihanna doesn't always flaunt her wealth, but trust, it shows in whispers, not screams. She owns multiple luxury properties, including a $13 million mansion in Beverly Hills with a designer kitchen and zen garden, a Barbadian beachfront estate, her ultimate Caribbean retreat, a sprawling penthouse in LA's exclusive Century Towers, where she shares elevators with billionaires and Hollywood royalty. And for travel? She's been spotted in Gulfstreams and Bombardier Global 7500s, jets known for long-haul luxury, ultra-privacy, and on-brand boss energy. Because Rihanna doesn't just arrive. She makes an entrance. Red carpets, risk-taking, and Rihanna level. Fashion. When Rihanna steps onto a red carpet, it's not fashion, it's history. From her jaw-dropping 2015 Met Gala yellow guape cape, to her crystal-covered nude CFDA Awards dress, to a pregnancy reveal in Chanel and pearls that redefined maternity style, Rihanna doesn't follow trends. She makes them obsolete. Designers call her the final boss of fashion. Because when she wears it, the world notices. And with the launch of Fenty Maison, her luxury fashion house under LVMH, Rihanna became the first Black woman to head a brand at the world's largest fashion conglomerate. That's not a milestone. That's a power shift. The power moves behind brand Rihanna. Here's the secret behind Rihanna's success. She doesn't just partner with brands, she becomes one. She co-owns her companies, controls her image, and invests in the systems that keep her wealth compounding. Her stake in Fenty Beauty? 50%. Savage X Fenty? Equity holder and creative director. Fenty Skin? Yet another vertical, now part of her growing skincare dominance. And let's not forget her clothing collaborations with Puma, where she revived the Creeper sneaker into a global bestseller. Every deal, strategic. Every move, multiplying. She's not playing for attention. She's playing for equity. The Rihanna effect. Power, privacy, and perfect timing. While the world begs for her next album, Rihanna stays silent and stacked. She's a new mom, a billionaire, a cultural force, and she doesn't owe the public anything. Yet when she does speak, whether it's a Super Bowl halftime show, a surprise pregnancy reveal, or a new Fenty campaign, she shuts down the timeline. She moves in silence, and then moves markets. Controversy, criticism, and never backing down. Rihanna's rise hasn't been without heat. She's been targeted for working with luxury brands, some called exploitative, backlash over using religious symbols in Savage X Fenty shows, past collaborations with controversial artists, but here's the thing, she listens. Then leads. She's issued apologies where needed. But more often, she lets the work speak louder. Because Rihanna knows that in business and art, you're not here to please everyone, you're here to stand for something. A billionaire in her prime, and she's still just getting started. Let's run the numbers. 9 Grammys, over 250 million records sold worldwide, a CEO of multiple billion-dollar brands, the youngest self-made female billionaire in America, and she did it her way. No rush. No album deadlines. Just vision, values, and vibes. Rihanna isn't chasing charts. She's building generational wealth. This isn't just an empire. It's a blueprint. From island girl to icon, Rihanna was once just a teenager from Barbados with a demo tape. Today, she's the blueprint for a new kind of celebrity, one who sings, sells, designs, disrupts, and owns everything. This is what happens when you mix raw talent, radical ownership, and Rihanna-level fearlessness. Love billionaire icons like Rihanna? Smash that like button, subscribe for more mogul stories, and step into the boardrooms, jets, and billion-dollar brands of the world's most unstoppable women. Because this queen is just getting started.